morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Good friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Let the happiness take you in.
Oh, what's going on? Everything's different. I don't know. Everybody, code red. It's the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise, Hillbilly, Lone Wolf, and kjcowboydan.
What's up? Hey, how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good. The chill Friday.
It's got to be a cold day because Hillbilly's wearing his earmuffs.
That's right.
I'm just doing all right now. Yeah, those dang-gone allergies acting up and sneezing all morning. It's rough.
It's rough indeed.
No, don't say that the allergies are rough, because we're gonna have to get rid of Lone Wolf then. He's part puppy dog, you know.
Yeah, all that puppy dander, all that pumpy dander.
You know, and if you're allergic to something that's rough, we like Lone Wolf. We have to get you some like allergy medication so we can keep Lone Wolf around.
Yeah, that's right. Not
working
all
on it.
peoples are hypoallergenic, so we're gonna have to give them shots now.
I'm working on getting some allergy medicine today.
No doubt. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we've all been dealing with sinuses with the weird weather we've been having and whatnot. Yeah, like I don't know if you noticed lately, but a lot I've been pressing the mute button up here so I can go. And I did that once, for example. I won't do that live on the show again.
Wow.
But hey, really quick, we got Sun Chew Scoop and Chat. He's happy Friday, pimps. That's right. On. Even though I retired my pimp life, but there you go. No, I'm kidding. I got this hack from Goodwill a long time ago. I'm like, I wonder if I look good in a baller cap, and it turned out I do, especially with a bigger beard. I look pretty good. Then we got Lulu. That's right, Lulu. How are you doing, Lulu? Welcome to the show. You guys rock. You guys rule. And again, because I get to shill this, right? In the future, we're going to be giving away some sweet tokens to the public. Members of the channel who want these tokens will get a copy of these tokens already. They don't have to enter the contest to win some tokens, because members and super chatters helped me get these tokens. You guys supported my channel to get those tokens. That's right.
Well, what about those gifted members?
Gifted members? Well, they're members of the channel if they want. But please restrain yourself, Hillbilly.
we don't need you breaking the system again.
That's right. Like I already understand how breaking the system goes, because I remember winning a contest because I broke the system. Yeah, because I do have to pay for the shipping, so I get to have control over it. But Lone Wolf was funny because even the video I posted last night, because last night I made a video about the tokens, and in the video said members who want the The members who want these tokens will get them, right? And Lone Wolf watched the video and he's like, I hope I win a token. I'm like, dude, you're a member of the channel. If you want them, we'll find a way to get them to you.
I missed that part.
Oh, yeah, well, because I got to do stuff for the people who support you. That's why we're going to wait for subscribers. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then thank God, unlike shipping mugs, shipping will be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Mm-hmm. Like, believe it or not, like instead of getting the hats done or pins and stuff done right now, I'm thinking with the funds I got, I should probably make another list of tokens, or not just tokens, but things like poison counters, rad counter cards and stuff, and adding that to it. But I'm not sure yet. That's not a promise, everybody. It's just an idea. Nope. Because it's a lot more affordable, and now I know the quality of the tokens are like really good. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea. But hey,
I like them. I like what everybody's doing with their different ideas on how to promote their channels. Like I've seen that you guys have done play mats. Several content creators out there have done their token cards. A lot of there are content creators out there doing proxies with their stuff on it. I really think that there is a good market out there for the fan creator, based off of what I've seen. Just the creator to fan market of creator merch. And there's a lot of VTubers in my side of the world that are selling candles, and you get bigger and you can get your face on a can of Dubby energy drink. It's crazy what they got. You can
do it with Jones's soda too.
Yeah, Jones's soda. They got a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, look at Logan Paul. I mean, well, don't look at Logan Paul. He's getting sued right now.
Avert your eyes. He's
getting sued right now, but I mean, Prime went far. Look at friggin'. Sorry, I have a cat. He's throwing up a hairball. I'm sorry if you guys are listening to it with your headphones on. So you have Logan Paul and KSI with their Prime, and then Mr. Beast with his Beastables and a few other products out there that they're putting out there. I think like we have a good direction we could hit with just products that we can put out there for our shows as content creators in order to promote ourselves and go places that we didn't think that we can go with. Just like, hey, what's that Super Fast Tortoise candle you got there or whatever, oh yeah. I followed their show.
Well, now I'm working on my channel.
Really quick, Sanchez Scoop says Jones sodas are good for making replica perk bottles from COD Zombies. Nice.
Cool.
One of the coolest things I did for my channel, thanks to Cane Shaker, was able to help me out with this. Was making card sleeves. Like card sleeves. Then I did give some away a long time ago. I don't have any extras to give away anymore, but that was cool. Yeah, card sleeves are kind of expensive to make, but yeah, making cool stuff is awesome indeed. And like, being on a budgetary restriction, you really have to stretch your imagination and find out what you can do. And the tokens were a cool thing I wanted to do before, but I envisioned it, went through a route, went through a trusted website, customstickers.com, because that's where I got my stickers made. And I figured I'd test their limit because they let you, they make double-sided, made a thing that said they make double-sided business cards. And they let you choose customize the size of the card. So I customized it to the size of a magic card, and they give you the ability to round the edges. And look at this thing. Look at this thing. Here's a magic card. Here's a token. They're the exact same shape and size. So I was really impressed.
Nice.
Toot my own horn there, but I'm biased.
Yep. Hey, it's okay to toot your own horn.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
you know, it's all up, and it's all thanks to everybody who's helped out. You know, like we appreciate you a lot. You know, and we wanted to be able to show our appreciation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to do some stuff like that, but right now I'm in a personal predicament that I'm trying to take care of.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not hard right now.
Oh yeah,
I'm kind of like stuck in between a rock and a hard place.
oh yeah. Brian Giles.
Yeah, I was stuck behind a rock in a hard place once, and then somebody flipped over the rock and said, "You know, there's a rock on top of your jar." I says, "Yes, I know. I've been screaming for hours. Nobody can tell because the rock was muting everything." You know,
Brian Giles is like, "Have you seen the new Spider-Man leak?" I don't know if KJ saw this, and I didn't save it because today's chat and chill day kind of thing. But they spoiled the Soul Stone in the Spider-Man set.
Oh, nice.
I did not see that. We did look at last night over on DJ's channel. We looked at some of the Spider-Man stuff for a minute, and they did release the Carnage. I'm really hoping that they go after the that they release all 5 symbiotes.
That'd be awesome because they do got anti-venom in the set.
Well, yeah, anti-venom, but anti-venom's not one of the original 5. That's one of the.
Yeah, I know that, but and trust me, I don't know too much about the symbiote storylines.
I think I've seen anti-venom already.
Yeah,
he's like you'll be able to get a special art card with a toy for $40.
For $40, you get a piece of cardboard and a toy.
Yeah. Hey, well, look, like I don't know how I feel about the cards yet, but I think the crossover of actually doing action figures with magic cards is awesome.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, no,
awesome.
It is. It's been a while since we did toys with some sort of additional collectible. Masters of the Universe used to do comic books. G.I. Joe did trading cards, and then they got rid of those, and now you have to keep the back of the blister pack if you want to have like a tradable like a thing for G.I. Joe. They started doing like the dossiers on the back of the blister packs for G.I. Joe. Even comic books, they had some lines that they put out with pop figures where you got a comic book with a pop figure, and they were about the size of the little Master of the Universe comic books. Starting lineup action figures did the baseball, football, hockey action figures with a starting lineup card made by Ultra Flare.
Yeah. You know it's a mashup that Burger King is going to do. I just saw this today, and I should have saved it, but it's stupid to me. Might not be stupid to other people, but stupid to me, like the idea concept. But you know, Burger King and their kids' meals are going to start doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the style of Hello Kitty.
Wow.
It'll sell. Like that. It'll sell. No, a lot of people will like that. First of all, your Ninja Turtles heads will absolutely go crazy over that. Right. Because it's Ninja Turtles product. Hello Kitty is a huge fan base. Every single mall has a Sanyo store. Just saying. Some of the biggest VTubers on the market have been the reason why Hello Kitty product has made a comeback over the last 5 years, particularly VTubers like Iron Mouse, who's a big fan of one of the characters from Hello Kitty, Cinnamon Roll. And the Hello Kitty stuff, it's a big old thing. Like I could imagine like the Final Fantasy craze with Magic the Gathering crossing over with that same craze will go very well with Hello Kitty and Ninja Turtles. Two huge
I believe you. It's like when Disney did something similar. Not with Hello Kitty, but two different Disney IP kind of things. They did something similar in these little toys, and they sold like hotcakes.
You're talking about those pills? The pill plushies. Yeah. Okay. So Disney did a collab with an anime company at that point in time that those little pill plushies they sold like hotcakes. Now they're Beanie Babies.
Yep. Man and Monk, hello. He says, bring back your novels with fat packs. Look, I like the idea of novels, but I thought of something cheaper. and they ruined it. They ruined it. They should have put the comics, the stories on art cards instead of doing art cards. They should have put the story on art cards so you can collect the whole story and put it together.
Yeah,
it'd be a collectible asset that gave you the lore, but they didn't do that. But yes, I love that. I love the fact that they had novels, and I hate the fact that they tried different things that didn't work out for them. Like when they did War of the Spark, they made a novel that was just horrendous. But hey, whatever it is. Skip Chew says McDonald's doing a collab, not BK. Well, the thing I read showed Burger King, but okay. And maybe they were wrong. And Miss Hillbilly says, board wipe. Hello, Mrs. Hillbilly. You know there's an emoji for that. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, I actually played with a Edge of Attorney's card in my deck. I upgraded my my historic deck with 2 cards, the same card, which was the blue-black board wipe from Edge of Attorneys, where you just draw a creature in the middle half of any player's library, which lets you select who's milling. Pretty good. Pretty good. Because I was watching Subpart Gaming earlier, and he asked if I played it, of how I was enjoying Edge of Eternities. I'm like, I only played with 1 card so far, which I want to get in real life for my dinosaur deck.
Oh,
I mean, after last time's game, it only proves it would be good.
Yep. I want to get it for my Mothman deck.
But yeah, and I want to get the well. You need more reanimation in your deck too. You got to reanimated cards. But like I still want to get the token doubling angel for another deck. But what you're really missing out on is that super sweet kjcowboydan card that they came out with.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard the jar's cracked though.
Well, that's the ability. It says crack jar, and it says when the jar is cracked, create 16 nut tokens.
Scoob is I just noticed in chat that Scoob's saying it's a McDonald's, not Burger King.
Yeah. I just responded to that long ago because the thing I saw said BK. It might be McDonald's. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know how some people jump the gun and post something on Facebook, just for the eyeballs. Because people can be monetized on Facebook, Discord, anything nowadays. People do that.
See, I think the thing is Burger King and McDonald's, they're 2 household names in fast food that are virtually spoken in everyday society, in everyday speak. So it's like when it comes down to whoever's posting on the social medias, they heard that a burger joint's going to be doing it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that Carl's Jr. is going to be doing a certain collab, and they never did. And it turned out it was Burger King that was doing that collab.
Right.
It's like people mistaking Disney for a Don Bluth film. Don Bluth did work for Disney, but Don Bluth films are not Disney films.
I actually watched a documentary about Don Bluth and stuff. He has a really interesting history, and the reason why he left Disney was nuts. Like, go watch it, everybody. Go find it it was on YouTube. But thinking of nuts, we got to get to this
card of the day.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
This is the board wipe I was talking about. And after I talked about it, I'm like, oh, wait, we do have a card of the day. My brain's like, we're late. Singularity Rapture costs 6 mana, 3 generic, a blue, and 2 black. He says, just draw creatures in any number of target players, each mill half their library is rounded down. And with the word any, the way I found out how this works is you get to choose when you play this how many people mill their deck. You can choose yourself, you cannot choose yourself. It's a random number of your choice that you make up. Like you're playing against 3 people, you can make the mill. If you want to just mill yourself. It is awesome. Yeah, I like it. And the Singularity Rapture, yeah, so good. I was going to make a joke, but the joke could have split in 2 different ways, and I'm like, nah, one way is not safe. But hey, Look at that. Come on. What's this? Oh yeah. And,
This is such a great card.
Oh yeah. It's a great card. It's more powerful than you think. I mean, rounding down half the library is insane.
Oh yeah. And put that with the water crystal. Ooh.
Well, if you want to do the Rotted Crystal, or in my dinosaur deck, I blow up the board and mill myself and get this chance to blow up the board with creatures. That is awesome. There's a lot of tech behind this card. Do not overlook this card. I think it's like a $3 card, but I don't take my word for it. I haven't checked the price on this card since the pre-release. So,
well, when you buy a box of Edge of Eternities, you get this card. I do believe
supposed to.
Right. Yeah.
Not all places are like my local game store doesn't have buy a box promos.
Mine does.
So yeah, there's the regular version, which I think is running about $2 right now, and then the buy a box promo, which is absolutely stunning, is running about $4 or $5 right now.
That's still not bad.
Nope.
You know, when I get a chance to buy cards, I will probably buy the buy box promo. Is it foil?
Yeah, it's foil.
Sweet. All right, now with that, we're gonna get to the picture of the day. Picture of the day today is sponsored by kjcowboydan. Not really sponsored, but here we go. Even heroes need a coffee break from their jobs.
I'm not really sure that Batman and Wolverine would get along.
Well, look at Wolverine's face. He looks a little begrudged, like he's not enjoying his visit.
Well, I mean, Wolverine doesn't get along with anybody, kinetically, but just Batman is, especially this version of Batman, the Batman who is post 1989. Any Batman after that doesn't get along with people,
right? Well, also, like here's my thought about it. When I was creating the picture, I'm like, you know, Wolverine walks into a bar, he looks at everybody looks normal, but here's this Batman guy sitting at the table. He's dressed in costume. He's like, oh, someone I can relate to a little. Let's go hang out with that derp. That's funny.
For those people who want to react to this, it is available on Twitter. Super Fast Tortoise made this meme, and I have posted it to my Twitter page, so that way we can get some reactions. And you can absolutely go find it at kjcowboydan on Twitter or x.com for those people who are in the modern day.
Well, post your Twitter link in the chat so people can find it. Manamuk says, all hell Darklaw. Nice.
I thought it was two Batmans at first. I was confused.
Nice. Brian Joss says that thing was a beast in pre-release. Oh yeah, that card is pretty good in general. Just in general. And Manamuk says that was my buy box promo. Nice. Yeah. There was a crossover when Batman and Wolverine were combined. Yep, I remember reading that comic book.
Yes. It was DC Comics, Marvel Comics community project, part of the Almagon series. I can never say that word correctly. And pretty much it takes place when right after the DC versus Marvel universes collide. Comics that came out, and it was pretty good. It was, you know what? I enjoyed it. It didn't sell much. DC and Marvel couldn't agree on publishing rights because it was like every other issue was like one was a DC, one was a Marvel. Then they like started doing DC Marvel on both of them, and it turned out to be a similar situation that you had with like Who Framed Roger Rabbit with Warner Brothers and Disney, where they just couldn't agree on anything.
Right. And what is it? I remember the DC versus Marvel comic. I loved that comic. I can't remember the storyline other than I remember those guides, and I remember Joker was merged with Sabretooth, and that was an epic looking Joker.
Right. They did one of those. That was during the Almagon creation series. Before that, though, the DC versus Marvel that led into that actually has a storyline that says that two characters from those separate universes remember each other, and they don't know why. Spider-Man goes face to face against the Joker. The Joker, it's a small little interaction, but the Joker says something about, I know you, but I don't know from where. And it just resonates in my head when it's like, okay, Spider-Man has met the Joker, and they both remember each other, where nobody else in any of the comic books where those worlds collide ever remember each other.
Mm-hmm. I just realized there's words in the background, and I have no clue what they mean. Anyway. Well, I remember there were like watching Pawn Stars. There was a time Marvel was going to sell out to DC, and while they were doing it, they were testing out. They were creating a comic book with Spider-Man and Batman chilling out together. It was an interesting history. Thank God that never happened. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But now we got Marvel Universe, which is doing what it's doing in DC with the Superman movie that people are loving, directed by James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Cool.
Yeah. Like I watched a lot of reviews on the Fantastic Four movie, and in each of those, they're like, this is competing with Superman, and to me, Superman was a superior film over this, and they're both great films. Like a lot of positive reviews. Think about that. You know how long it's been since we had a Marvel movie that had a positive review? It's been a while.
Yes.
And DC having a film that has a positive review. What is this? The end times?
Okay. The positive reviews I believe you're seeing are paid. A majority of these positive reviews that you see YouTubers on there, I believe they're getting paid because, you know, I have opinions, and I don't think this is the episode to get into it, but let's just say there is a big fan theory out there that a lot of the people on YouTube who are reviewing the DC current DC universe that James Gunn is putting together with one movie that's come out that's been completely fan service and that's had drama since the beginning. I do believe that this is they've been getting paid reviews.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other people out there who believe it too. Look up the conspiracy theory. There's a lot of good videos out there about it, and I'm pretty sure you'll be on quite on my side when you go, yeah, these reviews are absolutely getting paid for. I did mention the other day that I did not approve of what they did to for their portrayal of the Justice League. I'm not a big fan of the fact that they brought in Crypto, the super mutt.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. I never heard of that one.
No, Crypto is in the new movie.
Oh yeah, I've seen the commercial. Yeah, I don't understand. Like when I first saw the trailer for the first time, I'm like, why did they bring a mutt in here, like a dog? I'm like, how do you explain the dog? Like, here's what I don't understand. All right, and I don't know who's with me on this one. But like, it's almost understandable that Superman looks human, but even though he's an alien.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why does a dog look like a dog on another planet? And why does a human look like a human on another planet when they had a different atmosphere, different world, different breakdown? That's been a question of mine for years.
All right, here's another question. All right, you got Crypto, which is a dog. Where did he come from? Because the simple fact is, Superman did not have pets on his planet.
Well, that depends
according to all the movies.
Well, that depends on the lore you read. Like in the movie, I haven't watched the movie, but if I remember correctly, Crypto was sent with Superman when they evacuated him from the planet.
Okay. So, Crypto the Superdog first appeared in DC Comics, Adventure Comics number 210 in
Right.
1955, created by Otto Bender. The artist Crypto was initially conceived as one of the characters to provide a sidekick type character when they were introducing the pets of the superheroes. They
Right.
introduced pets for Batman, where Batman had a German Shepherd, and they had Crypto, the super dog, which was a Labrador, and even Wonder Woman had a dog, and they even had villain dogs, and they tried to do that back in the 50s. Back in the 50s and early days of Action Comics, DC Comics, known as we know it today, was very campy. Comics were directed towards kids, and at that point in time, comic books with violence, unless it was a patriotic comic book, were not really looked upon highly by particularly parents who realized their kids were watching, or not watching, but reading things that may potentially have violence in them, or adult themes.
Right. That's when they came up with the code. Can't remember the
The
name
Comic
of the code.
Book Code Authority, which came out later, but that's what sparked it. So what they started doing was they tried to start doing these sidekicks and making the comic books more campy. And they started doing things where we're going to introduce a pet. We're going to introduce things. Well, so when they decided that they were going to introduce the pet of Kal-El, they decided this is going to be another revamp of the storyline. One version of the story has Kal-El being sent with his protector, a dog, which was also a puppy, which, go figure, a protecting puppy that hasn't even been trained to do anything. Like, you buy that, right? Of course, by the time Superman gets to Earth, Crypto's rocket, which was a separate rocket, was knocked off course and drifted through space for years. Eventually, it landed on Earth. Ironically, the same planet that Superman made his way to after the dog had drifted randomly through space, according to the storyline.
Oh, yeah.
And like all Kryptonians under Earth's yellow sun, Crypto has gained superpowers, including super strength, flight, heated vision senses. Everything that Superman has, the dog has. Every Kryptonian has the same exact powers. It's just how fast they learn how to use them. Like Superman is actually, pardon my French, but the idiot of the clan of Kryptonians who've made their way to Earth, because it took him his entire life to master his powers. Where anybody else, from Supergirl even to Zod, mastered their powers within 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Like the movie explained before, too.
So, I mean, virtually, when it came down to mastering his own abilities, Superman was an idiot. And for being one of the most OP characters in all of comic book history, so much, in fact, that he's been memed on by Ultraman and the boys with their Super America guy. I forget what his name is on the boys chat. Remind me. Like, Superman just overpowered. And you've heard me going off lately about overpowered people, overpowered comic book characters. They've run out of ideas. Okay, we're just going to add a new power to your power set. But yeah, that's exactly what they did with the Super Dog, and they were just trying to do the League of Super Pets, which, by the way, they brought back as an animated series 3 years ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I actually watched an episode of it for fun.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson voiced the dog Crypto. It was pretty bad. It was
Homelander says Captain Waffles.
Thank you, Captain Waffles. Homelander.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole Superman has never been one of my favorite. Never been a favorite of mine. I know it's kind of sad because there's a lot of people like Superman, but there's a lot more love for Batman from the communities I've seen.
Well,
yeah, I know
Batman's
there's-
more real.
Right.
Batman's more relatable as a regular human being. Sure, he's a millionaire, but he's a regular human being. Batman is relatable. He gets injured. He has to come up with legitimate ways to defeat a superpowered being that typically even superpowered beings can't defeat. So,
Makes sense.
you know, it makes it more relatable. And the reason why he's like also like he's more of a street level superhero because he's not super at all. He's just a hero. He's a street level hero who's
no Captain America powers or nothing.
You know, and his building the Justice League and his constant battle with Superman. Superman and Batman never liked each other in the comic books except in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and but you know, you have the real human aspect of Bruce Wayne versus the sci-fi aspect of the Kal-El storyline.
Right. So here's a question for you: if they ever did a Marvel DC crossover again, I know I'd probably like it, but would you like the idea of Tony Stark and Batman came together and find out on their darker sides of the personalities, started creating a world defense system, and then became the bad guys? Like bad guys, and they wanted to protect Earth, but they overprotect Earth, and Justice League has to go back at them. And the Avengers, I guess. I
think that'd be an interesting storyline if they were to do something like that. Actually, I thought about this quite a bit regarding the similarities of Batman and Iron Man. Two billionaire philanthropists, pretty much creating a suit, creating technology, all for their desire to be vigilantes. And a lot of other content creators out there have made these comparisons, how they're exactly the same person, just one of them had addiction problems and the other one had lost his parents. Tony Stark broke his back and broke his legs because of addiction. He was an alcoholic. And sure, we decided to change it up to political stuff for the Avengers series that they did with Universal, Marvel, Disney, and Sony, with all those characters that they're combining for the Avengers. But the whole concept of Tony Stark, he was originally all about addiction. Like a major part of his storyline was about alcohol addiction. Right. And but their storylines are virtually the same. They want to protect the world. Well, one of them is more about ego than the other one is. You need to probably think, yeah, Tony Stark is all about himself and ego. But I'm saying Batman has a bigger ego than Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I won't even argue that.
And both of them started a group of heroes consisting of one person who has no superpowers and the rest of them supers. Avengers and Justice League, the exact same thing. There's always a struggle for power amongst the superhero guild, the Justice League and or the Avengers. Tony Stark says he runs it. Captain America says he's the leader, and throughout comic book history, that's been an ongoing thing. Superman versus Batman with their egos trying to run the Justice League, while Superman is like, you're going to do things my way. I'm the more powerful hero. And we're just going to be nice about it and be 1960s superhero happy and pretend like we're the pure American boy and do things this way according to the Justice League rule book. Right. Batman has no rule book. Batman, now the difference also between Batman and Iron Man is that Bruce Wayne has come up with a way to eliminate every single one of his own team members. He's already figured out how to kill every single one of his team members.
Well, think about
Iron Man would not try to, doesn't want to kill his team members.
Right, but think about this as a mindset. You know, because it kind of reflects what people think of rich people today. The more rich you are, the more of a billionaire exact you are. They think they're above the law, and if Batman and Tony Stark got together, that could be a mentality when they start forming this world defense system. You know, they start thinking they are the law. They are justice and whatnot.
Well, that is a storyline, and a good majority of the DC and Marvel storylines for both the Justice League and Marvel is that goes along that. Also with the X-Men. I think that a lot of the vigilante law that you see in comic books, where either they're against the vigilante or pro-vigilante in the comic books, there's just like vigilante law here in the real world, spawns from just that, and you are pretty much building a group of people who are not government or.
Right.
Not
I remember,
government.
I remember the Avengers series. The reason why they came up the Sokovian laws or whatever that thing was called. Where they
for the movies, the Sokovian Accords. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the Sokovian Accords, because they wanted to be able to have control over the superhero and use them tactically and what they do. They, you know, and the superheroes like, what if we have to get in a situation that they can't control?
Right. So they did something pretty interesting there because they didn't have access to certain things regarding the whole 20th Century Fox X-Men franchises. And so during the X-Men storyline in the comic books, they created the Mutant Registration Act,
I remember that,
which they referred to in the movies and the cartoons, and anybody, even super powered people who are genetically altered, had to register for the Superhuman Registration Act. And that's what the Sokovian Accords was, pretty much the Marvel take on Marvel Studios' take on the Mutant Registration Act.
Right. Yeah. Like,
We're contrary to on the DC side with the Justice League, where they don't have it, and they actually kind of like the DC world like idolizes in full the vigilantes. Up until like the 1989 Batman worked with the police department openly. Right. He was a deputized agent of the law. And Superman, deputized agent of the law, works with the United States government. You know, so like the Avengers, they started out as a government organization, but then went rogue. And
yes, it did.
In the comic books, particularly, we're talking beyond Civil War. In the movies, we're talking like decades of like, okay, we've started out as a subdivision of S.H.I.E.L.D. We broke off. We did our own thing. We're superheroes. We're going to do our thing, and we're not going to be held back by laws. Now, unfortunately, this also brings us into the bad guys are also right and the good guys are also wrong concepts that the media has been doing with the Marvel movies over the last 20 plus years.
Holy cow. That's a conversation I could get deeper into. But
by the way, I keep on looking back at Captain Waffle's last message, and I'm like, Jim Mommies, yeah.
You guys are fun.
You know, Wonder Woman, she can't keep a job. She like her regular life, you know, she's been a lawyer. She's Wonder Woman has had as many jobs as Barbie.
That's funny.
For her secret identity, she can't keep a job. She even worked at a burger joint for a bit.
Well, maybe she should take up a job like Spider-Man as a photographer of herself, and you know, be like photographing her and selling her graphs to the. I don't remember the name of the Daily
Bugle.
Yeah. Well, Diana, Princess of the Amazons, Wonder Woman, her alter ego can't hold down a job.
Yeah,
Canonical fact. A canonical fact.
That's funny.
What's it? Was it Daily Bugle or Daily Planet?
Daily Bugle. Daily Planet was the DC version where Clark Kent worked.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
No, I was clarifying for Hillbilly.
All right. Yeah, because the Bugle was Marvel's, wasn't it?
Yeah. So nowadays you'd have an issue. Nobody had an issue with like the same exact thought process in comic books back in the 60s. You know, nowadays, like, oh, what? This guy's stealing my content. This guy's stealing my content. You know, back in the 60s, it was very much that way. Heck, even in the 90s. Remember how often you see like the same movie come out in multiple different theater production companies? They had like, okay, you had Disney's Little Mermaid. Then you had this jank family home entertainment version of the Little Mermaid.
Right.
Out the same year.
They still do that today, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, and there's actually a documentary about that because a lot of the movies that are like that are foreign to the US, and there's people who like just dig in deep and watch these things, and they give you their critics and their thoughts about these movies. And so a lot of them are jank, but they're like sometimes you get a banger out of these foreign films, and they're like, you know, especially when it comes to the Disney remakes or whatever, not remakes, but you know the foreign films. Yeah, there's a whole subsidiary of people who buy them, you know.
Oh, even here in the United States, though. I mean, when Don Bluth left Disney,
mm-hmm.
You know, there's a reason why they confused Don Bluth films and Disney films of the 90s, especially that late 90s era when Don Bluth left Disney and did an American Tail with Steven Spielberg, and then he did the Anastasia movie and whatnot. The reason why people confuse the Don Bluth and Disney films are because Don Bluth did a lot of stuff with Universal, and they were touching on the same topics.
Well, it's not just that; it's just Don Bluth worked for Disney, and a lot of people got familiar with his work, his fingerprint. So
right.
when he moved over, it was confusing because the animation was just pretty much damn near the same or the same.
Right. So you're going to get like similar thought processes because those thought processes are cookie cutter in the film industry. So you come down to the fact that you're trying to sell your content. Okay, let's say I have the Cowboy Dan head in a jar VTuber, and I want to make him into a full-length animated feature.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to take my storyline, my thought process, and I'm going to try to sell it to a film production company. They don't pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but within 2 months later, they had the same idea.
Ironically,
and this is how like multiple film production companies have like the same exact movies coming out during the same exact years. How many times have you seen a Top Gun type movie or or whatever come out at the same time? Like,
or how about Armageddon and Impact?
Armageddon Impact. Yeah, every single Alien movie now has some sort of egg thing going on. They even reference aliens in the Mandalorian series.
Or you remember between the 80s and 90s, pre-2000s, you'd see this a lot. Like the Terminator would get popular. Like Terminator 2 got very popular. How many toy lines and cartoons started adding a Terminator-like character? Even Battletrolls had a Terminator-like character, and there's always someone that had like a robotic arm somewhere. Even it's kind of a stretch, but even in not Gargoyles, Mummies Alive, they had a character with a metallic arm to represent that buff metallic character in the film.
Right.
But
when it comes down to it, when you step outside of the cookie cutter, you can say, oh, there's a whole lot of topics that they haven't touched. They do the same movies over and over and over again, and this is a big complaint right now where Disney particularly is back doing the remakes.
Right.
Back in the 90s, they were doing direct to video sequels, and you make a product off of a cookie cutter if you know it sells. Magic the Gathering does the same thing. You know, they have their cookie cutter. Okay, well, we know that these secret layers worked. We're going to use that same cookie cutter and do a Final Fantasy drop. We're going to use that same cookie cutter and do a Marvel drop. And you know, it makes money. Oh, wait, using your cookie cutter with somebody else's cookie cutter, making two cookies into one. Now that's even more better. You're going to toss in fan service. Okay, so we know that they liked this, so we're going to pull this aside, even though it's not our IP. We'll just change the character around. And you get that whole, it's a huge iceberg. We don't have time to go any further into that, being that it's 10 minutes till the show ends.
Right. But really quick, I want to talk about on August 2nd, or in August 21st, I think. Yeah, August 21st, there's a movie called Primitive War coming out. And apparently, it probably won't be as the same digital quality when it comes to the graphics, because it's an indie film. Primitive War is a 1970s related film, like it takes place in the 1970s, where soldiers have to battle dinosaurs to survive in an island.
Cool.
I'm excited to check that out. And and I think what it is, I think this film is kind of like a fan service to the people like me who wanted a high action packed Jurassic Park movie. I think we're going to get that. So I'll be excited. Like it has to, from the commercial, it has to be better than 65, if you know what I'm talking about. Was it 65, 64, whatever. Some dinosaur movie that takes time in the past from the future or whatever. It had Kylo Ren's character in it. It was okay. It wasn't the best. But
nice.
Thinking of cookie, what?
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But thinking of cookie cutter, it's time to get to a cookie cutter part right here.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Hey everybody, welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. We're restarting the show right now. No, I'm kidding. We're not restarting the show. I'm on a time limit. But anyways, we're getting to the show section. And I want to thank everybody who's been here today chatting it up and listening to us talk. It was a very fruitful talk and interesting facts coming from kjcowboydan about Marvel and DC. But he's not alone here. But we do have a lone wolf. And we're going to have him start the shill section the way he does.
All right. So I actually got to add something today besides our normal shills. I just want to say glad to have KJ back, and you're in my thoughts, KJ. I want to also say, let's give everybody some likes, some subscribes, and follows, and let's also get Tortoise to over 1,000. I think he's only about 8 away.
Yeah, right away, right now. Hit that subscribe button if you like today's content. We do magic content most of the time, but hey, we have chat and chill days just to chill. I know I just chilled during your chill segment, but hey, then we're gonna roll over heads. We're gonna be head over heels over KJ Cowboy Dan.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. KJ Cowboy Dan here, and Lone Wolf, thank you very much for welcoming me back. As a lot of you know, I've been dealing with my condition. Those people who don't know, I have been fighting cancer for almost 4 years now. And it has caused me to miss a few shows. It's caused me to back away from certain things. And I'm trying to get back into the role of everything. Also with the fact that currently half of my team is on a little bit of a hiatus. I've kind of slipped into a no stream schedule, partly because of myself. Meds are horrible, but we do have something tonight. I don't know what time, but Scuba Chew and myself will be doing a Suno session, because we're going to be making some songs for our next weekly album drop of Chat Writes Music. So far, my Spotify page has been banger. We've been getting some hits on some of the music that we've been writing. The new Two Heads One Mic podcast actually had one of my largest followings ever, especially one of the largest retentions of any video I've ever put out. So if you get a chance, go and watch the 0 episode, and then watch us for episode 2 on Tuesday, because we have a show that will get me canceled.
Whoop, whoop. All right.
So check that out Tuesday at 7 Central. And also this coming Wednesday on Procrastinating Across the Oceans, Miss Jessie Hellwheeler will be back this week. And we will be interviewing an artist named Arctic, who does art for the Locale TCG.
Sounds awesome.
Cool.
All right. Now we're going to roll over from KJ and go on this bumpy road to Moonshine Town and visit with Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. Around 2 o'clock today, I'm going to try to stream. I do got some things I got to do today. Very important, and it's life stuff I got to do. But hopefully I'll be able to stream today at around 2 o'clock. But it'll be an arena stream. And it's really all I got planned for today.
All right. All right. And it's my turn. But really quick, 44 countries, baby. That's right.
Oh.
44.
Yeah, our
That's not
Spotify is
42.
picking up.
Too bad it ain't 42, because that's the answer to everything.
Well, we got bonus answers.
That's right. But anyways, everybody, tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to have a Bracket 3 Commander game with Coulee the Vast as my commander. Going to have a blast fighting it out and seeing who wins tonight. Hillbilly will be there. We'll need 2 more people. So if you want to play tonight, let me know in Discord. I will be posting something in Discord asking for players a little bit later. So check it out. Today is Friday, so that means the time I'm done streaming after tonight for the weekend. And on Monday, we'll recruit the show. And I want to remind everybody I got the sweet tokens. Woo-woo, because I'm excited about them. But I want to remind everybody you're awesome and amazing. That's right. And I want to remind you that you're loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can't, say and or do something positive for someone else, because you might be the change you need today. I want to thank you channel members for doing what you do and making the channel great the way you do. I like to thank my subscribers who help me grow and get there and support me by liking the videos and everything. You guys are awesome. With that, my friends, we got to get to that sweet outro.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee.